Hello, friends. This is Bharat at Revsportz, and I'm back with another of those cricket chat shows where I discuss everything that is happening in the cricketing landscape. So, a couple of days back, obviously, India went on to win the T20 World Cup or defended the title in the Colosseum of Ahmedabad. And after that victory, obviously, the Indian cricket fans as well as the players celebrated long and hard. So, what is the topic of discussion in relation to India's glorious World Cup campaign? Well, it's about two heroes who played a pivotal role in helping India hoist the trophy. One of them is obviously the genius Jasprit Bumrah. The other one is Axar Patel, who has been the unsung hero of Indian cricket for a long time, but maybe now he's coming into the limelight. So it's about their bowling prowess, what really worked for them in T20 World Cup, or for the matter, their skill set. So when it comes to Axar Patel, see, as you know, he's not someone who's a mystery spinner. It's not someone who turns it miles or has that unorthodox googly or what can I say, two types of leggies and all that we have explained. He keeps it simple. Obviously, left arm spinner, especially when he's bowling right-handers. He bowls quickish left arm spin. His control is very good. But there is something else. There's one more salient feature to look at with Axar Patel, and that is the way he undercuts. You look at a lot of other left arm spinners, obviously they have that delivery that goes on with the arm. But with Axar Patel, if you look at his biomechanics, if you look at his action, what can you say? It's more of a round arm action, comes at a really flat trajectory and undercut. It naturally undercuts in the sense that he's the kind of bowler who might land at least a decent portion of his deliveries on the leather. So you get a little bit of that scrambled stuff sometimes. So you can undercut, and if there's a little bit of grip in the surface on a turner, then it might even turn away from the right hander and trouble that right hander. So this kind of undercutting where he's creating that little more of an angle, I think is one of the key factors that is helping Axar Patel to do really well in the shortest format of the game. If you look at his economy rate in this T20 World Cup, it was around 8.20. And in this day and age where batters are taking a lot more risk, I think that is a really impressive economy rate. So how does it affect a batter's bat swing? So obviously, if you look at how power hitting, some of the power hitting that is happening in the world of cricketing landscape, they would like to play across the line. They would like to clear the front leg and play across the line, or maybe or mid-wicket region or through the long on region. So when a batter is trying to complete his bat swing, Akshar Patel's ability to just undercut it a little more or get that angle going will definitely cramp the batter for space, and that is, I think, helping him to succeed. Obviously, there's one more point that you have to touch upon. There was a time when it felt as if Akshar Patel's bowling was mainly about bowling quick through the air. With time, with the passage of time, if you look to slow it up a little bit, give it a little more flight on occasions. Obviously, his strength is still to fire it in. I think that is helping him as well. If you look at how he dismissed Tom Banton, he definitely slowed it up a little bit after he was getting hit and eventually dismissed him in that World Cup semi-final. And when it comes to getting that little more angle going against the right-hand batter by getting it undercut, you obviously think about Finn Allen or a couple of T20Is. In one of the games in the final T20I in India, Finn Allen, I think, tried to hit through the mid-wicket region itself, but his backswing was jammed down, and that is why he was able to only play the shot to the long-on fielder. And in the World Cup final, he tried something similar. Again, his backswing was jammed down, and he could only play a shot to the fielder at mid-wicket. On both times, it was Akshar Patel's ability to jam down the backswing that played a key role there. Obviously, he can also turn a few deliveries away, and that also does become a factor. It just adds to his variation, the kind of scrambled seam that he bowls with. So now we can see why Axar Patel is so good with the ball in hand in limit overs cricket. Yes, he succeeded in Test cricket as well when the conditions have been helpful to style of bowling, where his scrambled seam, the ability to, or his default ability to bowl it on that leather part makes a huge impact. So then what about Jasprit Bumrah? Obviously, as you know, he's a genius. He's the kind of bowler that if I try to explain, it could take about 10,000 words or it could take about 10,000 hours because there is so much to talk about him. I don't think we have so much time to talk about. The attention spans obviously are lesser as well now. So when it comes to Bumrah, let's stick to the World Cup campaign, especially Qatar. There is one thing that we have to talk about that is how he's able to tweak his grip at the last moment. If you look at his grip, sometimes it seems as if it's a normal seam of grip. Obviously, there's no real change in his arm speed. Then at the last moment, he ensures that the ball or he releases it from the side of the ball, side and down the ball, and that is when he bowls at cutter. So that last minute change or tweak in his grip has definitely played a part in some batters getting flummoxed by him. One of them is Ryan Rickelson, I think. The other one, one of the games in Netherlands, it happened, and then where he took a wicket by that variation. And then there was a Delhi to Harry Brook, where he used the same kind of variation, a normal seam of Delhi. At the last moment, tweaked his grip a little bit. To bowl that cutter, we bowled it slightly wider off, knowing that Harry Brook was looking to make room. And as it was an off-pace Delhi, he was too early into the shot and befuddled him because the line was also a little bit wider. So he couldn't really get to somewhere near the pitch of the ball. So these two things resulted in his dismissal. Yes, you have to also add the point that Axar Patel took a blinder. So that is one of the key features of Bumrah. And then you look at how he bowled to Jacob Ethel in the same match. His length was quite full. That is something to look at as well because a lot of bowlers maybe bowl it is slightly shorter, especially the slog overs. When the batters are waiting for the cutter or the variation, they can just take a fraction longer, wait for a fraction longer, and smash it over mid wicket. Because the length is full and is able to get a little bit of dip on the batter and that overspin on the ball, I think it really matters here because the batters have very less time to just do that kind of a cutter that's dipping on him. And that's what exactly happened to Bethel. So, where he couldn't get boundaries or sixes. So, what really works for Bumrah here? Maybe if you look at the palm of the hand, the way it ensures that it goes down the wicket with that palm. I think the magic is with how he, what can you say, maneuvers the ball with the help of his palm to ensure that the length is full there. You could see it in the final as well with that him bowling those really full cutters where he got that dip, that little bit of overspin on the ball and beat quite a few New Zealand batters. So that is about Bumrah's cutters. Obviously, there is more to talk about Bumrah than just his cutters. When needed, he can swing the ball. If someone obviously snaps that wrist, he can swing the ball up front. He can move the ball off the wicket. Basically, more than swing the ball, get the ball to straighten it a little bit, and then move it off the wicket. We saw that in that Ahmedabad T20I, the Super 8 T20I between India and South Africa, where he was getting prodigious movement. And I think one more feature we have to look at with Bumrah alongside bowling that hard length is how he seems to be in really good rhythm in this T20 World Cup. There was a thinking going into this T20 World Cup, especially 3-4 months ago, that he seems to have lost a little bit of rhythm. Maybe he was, what can I say, after that back injury, not very sure about snapping his back hard at times. Maybe he lost a little bit of rhythm after that England series and he tended to, what can I say, force himself a little more through the crease, not getting that momentum, whatever it was, It seemed as if his head was jerking a little more towards the left side. But in the T20 World Cup, it definitely felt as if he had pinpoint accuracy and was really in good rhythm, where he was very happy with his bowling mechanics. So that is about Axar Patel and Bumrah. Hopefully you like this video. And if you like this video, keep subscribing to our Revsportz channel. We don't just YouTube channel. We don't just cover cricket. We cover other sports as well with same kind of enthusiasm. Thank you again for taking your time out.